Oh yeah, you can almost see me. That's awesome. So here I'm gonna be doing some maintenance, some well-needed maintenance, because believe me, I have a backlog, especially as far as my acoustic and some nylon string or classical guitars and even the flamenco guitars. As far as they go, I haven't changed strings in years, and they're so dirty. And I've still been playing them. I just haven't taken the time to, do some proper maintenance work. So I hope we're gonna be super effective today, and that we're gonna at least, at least fix one guitar, but preferably two or three. But I doubt it. We'll see. Depends, I guess, how much talking we do and other stuff. Best guitarist, awesome man. How you doing? So I've chosen to have the camera this way so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna see my lovely profile. I don't know how good that is, but that's just how it is today. So the first challenge here is going to be removing the strings. Then I might give the frets a slight polish. We'll see. And I have to clean the fretboard. I don't know if you can see how dirty this is. No, you can't, because there's no freaking light in that direction. But oh, there. It's dirty. Believe me. It needs to be fixed. So I'm going to do that. Okay, well, let's get going then. So I think I have this tool that I've barely used. I'm gonna try it now. It's one of those that allows you to kind of grab the end of the string here, the little plug, whatever it's called. But I haven't used it in a long time, and I have no idea how it freaking works. Okay. Oh, that's handy. Oh, so good. I got it up. This was fun. So this apparently goes down here, yeah, and it catches the end of the string here. And it's a little bit hard to pull them up by hand, right? So that's why I use this tool, which you can hopefully see now. Epic setup. Thank you, thank you. You like the setup? Awesome. Thanks for encouraging me, the best guitarist. Let's see, how are those? Okay. And I always forget what the best method is for restringing, so there you go. It's super quick. Love it. Oh yes, this is so fast. Maybe we're gonna do all those guitars today after all. So I'm detuning the string so I don't get this like big snap when I pull the, how do you call it, the locking part out. So I'm trying to keep track of all of these. I hope they're not different. No, they should be the same, right? You don't want to lose one of these, right? Because then you're screwed when you're going to restring. So, and again, I want to emphasize that I'm definitely more of a player and a teacher more than I am a luthier. But since I've made the big mistake of buying many guitars, I still have to do a little bit of this stuff. Oh, the strings are off. Would you believe it? There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh yes. 4 strings off now. 5 strings. Yes, 6 strings. Woohoo! Okay, so this little tool, well worth it. I don't think it cost me much. Probably bought it from the Thomann web store. So we'll see if I don't think we'll be needing it more because my nylon strings don't have these. So I actually only have one acoustic guitar that uses this method. So I'm going to put the tool back now. And we have all these strings. You can see they're going to go into the bin. And I will be soon grabbing new strings. But first we're going to tweak polish the frets and fretboard. So Now that the strings are off, I can kind of feel how bad the fretboard is. So the strings I prefer, I mostly use Elixir because they last much longer. I can't guarantee they're the best sounding ones. I think they sound good, but probably if you don't mind restringing your guitar all the time, you can get away cheaper with like Ernie Bull or something, and that might even give you better tone. But for me, yeah, for me, at least for now, since I do this so seldomly, it's worth not having to restring all the time. So I have one of these, or actually I have 3 of these polishing, I wouldn't say stones because they're not stones, but yeah, they're pretty hard. 400,000. So I'm gonna, this is just light polishing needed. So I'm just gonna go, oh yes, this has an effect. Okay, so I'll do 1 fret and then I'll show you the difference. I don't know if you can tell. No, you definitely can't tell. So let's forget about that. But anyhow, now the top fret is shining and I only have 20 something left. Oh man. The question is this like the last polishing step? I'm gonna check the grit or the dimension. So this is 150. This is 1000. Yep, the yellow one is the finest one. I don't think it's not like I've, recrowned or done anything. I just want to get rid of some of the oxidation that has happened on the string, on the fret. So I'm just gonna use the lightest gauge now and just do a quick one. And this will make it much easier to play it. Oh, allotrope of carbon. Thank you so much for enlightening me. Is it what I'm doing now? Is that called an allotrope? So I really appreciate you coming in with the right words here, because not only do I not know the words, but I'm actually not English speaking by mother tongue, however you say it. So whenever you guys help me out finding the right words, it's deeply appreciated. Well, this is going along nicely. I have, yeah. So, of course, a tip is to do this before you polish the fretboard, because you always tend to leave some slight marks on the actual fretboard. It's not like I ruined the wood or anything, but it just, I don't know if you can tell, it's just this little ugly thing here comes from me polishing. But this actually makes a huge difference once you play the guitar. It just feels brand new. And I think you really don't need to spend more than a couple of minutes. We'll see. You can clock me. But obviously I would probably be working a bit faster if I weren't trying to multitask with you guys. You know how it is when you're a true alpha male and you're forced to multitask. That could be a problem, right? I think I'm soon done. This is much quicker than anticipated. And the frets are really shining. I love it. So these frets, it's a pretty decent guitar. This is a Furch guitar. I bought it like 20 years ago, I think. And I've done a little bit of fret, I don't know what it's called, crowning or leveling, a little bit of fret leveling just on the top here. So these frets are a little bit flatter, but other than that, they're really nice and fine, or round and nice. So just a little bit of polishing and they almost feel like new. And I think I'm done with the polishing part. So, yeah, you can't really tell here, but it's, oh, maybe here you can tell. So it's pretty shiny. Oh, the hard polishing thingy, okay. Allotrope of carbon, cool. Okay, so let's remove some of the dust. I should have done that first, would have made sense, but again, I'm a player, not a luthier. So probably you shouldn't follow any advice I give you here. You can just see this as a lesson in how I do it, not necessarily how it should be done. Okay, so the frets are fine now. Now we're gonna polish the fretboard, and I have some lemon oil for that. I think it's sometimes referred to as lem oil. So let's see here. So what I'm gonna do is just spread it out, and then I'm gonna work it with this cloth. I think somewhere I've read that you should let it soak in. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that. You guys have 1 minute to stop me. Should I let it soak in once I'm done, or should I not? Please, do we have someone more knowledgeable here? And is this too much? Am I applying too much? I think I'm okay, right? So I'm just pressing out this oil. And basically it has this mechanism where you push it, when you push this part and you press it, that's when it comes out. Oh no, you can definitely not drink this lemon oil. Or maybe you can. Caution, keep away from children, do not swallow. So the best guitarists, do not swallow this. Now you know. Could be lethal, man. I know you were tempted to take a sip. But, you know, I've never tried and I would never try. Especially not when it says you shouldn't drink it. Of course, for some people that has the opposite effect, right? I wouldn't experiment with that though. Okay, getting good here. Yeah, exactly. You don't know if you don't try. Okay, this is going well. Oh man, this guitar is gonna feel like shining new. I can feel it. I don't think, I haven't done this, if ever. I wonder if I've ever applied, maybe once. But this is well needed. It's gonna feel brand new. Okay, good. So, the G string, what's up with the G string? Boba Fett, how you doing, man? Since I haven't got any suggestions whether I should let this soak in or not, I might just not let it soak in. I'm gonna show you the other guitar I have for maintenance, which is also in urgent need of some love. We have this poor bastard. Well, actually, now that I look at it, this one I've probably done a bit maintenance because I revived it a year ago or so. But this one has a broken string. I just put it back. I can't tune it up, right? I'm just going to change all the strings. I think it's easier. And as you can tell, it's lived a pretty rough life. I don't know if you can tell what's it called? Yeah, there you can see. It's broken here. Cuitare, what that? I think underwear is also called the G string. Oh, Boba Fett, so you're thinking about underwear, or are you lacking underwears? That would be an issue if you had to do something outside of your home. Okay, but I've let it soak in for 1 minute. That's as much as I can stomach. Now I'm gonna So, I'll show you, I don't know if you can tell here. Oh, yes, you can see how wet the fretboard is now, right? You should be able to tell how wet it is. And that's the lemon oil. Now I'm gonna, well, I guess somehow I'll rub it in a little bit, but I'll also, hopefully that should remove the dirt and also add some well-needed humidity to this, I guess, rosewood fretboard. So the cloth is not very dirty yet, and that's understandable because you never play up here on an acoustic. But I predict the further down I'll go, the dirtier this cloth will get. Yeah, it's still not very dirty. nicely. In an ideal world, I would have two good cameras for this, so I could show you a close-up. So in the future, maybe that'll happen. Okay, so now we have this. I'll just add some more here, because I can see there's like a dirt build up, and it seems I can't get it away on the first attempt. Come on. Yep, that's better. So I had to reapply some lemon oil there. Maybe that's the recipe for the rest of the fretboard as well. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so good when it's done. I can already feel it. It's like taking that one Christmas shower. You wish you'd done it earlier. Let's see if I can add this. So Rode, this is a guitar. It is an acoustic guitar. It's a Furch guitar. I don't know the model name actually. Where does it say? Oh, there. Model D20 centimeters. I don't know what that means. So as you can tell, I know nothing about acoustic guitars. I can barely play them. They're a lot of fun, and if I had an infinite amount of time on my hands, I would have done this a long time ago. But if you guys follow me the recent day, you know that I recently blew up the rectifier tube of my main amp. And that's really the amp I want to play. It's a nice Mesa Boogie tube amp. I have other amps. I have practice amps, and I have the Kemper, which I've been recording with. Oh, I did a live stream yesterday featuring me just browsing through the presets or my profiles. So Kemper sounds great, but it doesn't really inspire me to play. So now I'm kind of desperate for that rectifier tube, and I actually ordered it from a German web store. Supposedly had it in stock, but then it turns out they have issues with their main warehouse or whatever. So, you know, the rectifier tube is there, but they get so many orders, it's taking them 3 days to, or more, now three days today, to actually get it delivered. So I still haven't got the delivery notification, and I'm so pissed about it. They should have let me know on the website, you know. It's not okay to just say in stock and then turns out you can't deliver for like 3 or 4 freaking days. They should have said out of stock. If they can't reach their stock, that means it's out of stock. So I was hoping I would have had the rectifier tube by today so I could start playing my amp again. But no, they haven't even delivered it. Or they haven't even sent it yet. So that's why I'm forced into doing some maintenance. So is there an issue with volume? I'm using today, since I'm not sitting in my typical spots, I'm using the built-in microphone on the camera. I figure since I won't really be playing, it shouldn't matter as much. But can you guys see or hear me properly? That's still I want you to be able to hear me as I speak. Otherwise, there's no point in speaking. Okay, so I'm still waiting for that. Rectifier tube. I hope at least they're gonna send it today, and then maybe if I'm very lucky, I can get it tomorrow before the weekend, so I can do 2 live streams Saturday and Sunday for you guys where I actually play. Some of you might say, well, why don't you just play your Kemper? And yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. You know, I can always play it, but when I play, I really wanna be inspired. You know, I don't just wanna play because of the sake of playing. I wanna love what I'm doing, and these days, it seems I've gotten very sensitive, and I just want to play the tube amp. The way it responds to my playing, that's inspiring. I'm not at all inspired by playing the Kemper. I mean, it sounds good, and the videos I record with it sound awesome, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that the touch, you know, that's what's so beautiful, I think, with the tube amp. It really shines in terms of playability. So yeah, maybe I've become a cork sniffer, I don't know, but I don't think you guys want me to just sit there and play without being inspired either. That's kind of crappy, right? This was hard. There was a build up here, hard to get rid of. Yeah, so it seems it's a little bit hard to get rid of the build-ups. That's probably why you would want to let it soak in. When you have these build-up of dirt from your calluses, like decades of deteriorating calluses, you know, what comes from your fingertips, basically, the skin, that stuff kind of builds into the fretboard, and I guess that's when you want it to really soak in, just like when you do the dishes. If you have a really dirty plate or whatever, if you leave it in water for a few minutes, that's better. Cool, you can hear me. Thanks so much for confirming. Yo, Chris, is it legal to break out of jail in Sweden? No, it's not. Walter, this is a Furch guitar. It's D20 or something. I've had it for a long time. I don't know much about acoustic guitars, but it's a lovely acoustic guitar. I just wish I gave it more love and care. Maybe you can see oh yeah, there you can see the remnants of an F in there. That stands for Furch. Maybe I can show you it. There. Come on, zoom in. Fucker. There you have it. There it is. Furch. The best guitarist, are you thinking about breaking out of jail in Sweden, or why are you asking? Maybe best is to stay away from jail. And that goes regardless of your country. Of course, Sweden and Scandinavia is known for having pretty decent conditions in jail. Okay, I'm approaching the first frets now, so I only have around 5 frets left, although I must admit the build-up is much worse here, because typically on the acoustic guitar I would play more chords than lead guitar. Yeah, I really need to be a bit more careful, or should I say more aggressive with the cloth here, to get rid of all that build-up which has gathered here for decades. Hey from New Zealand! Hey to Paparoa! Good to have you, mate. I'm just gonna remove this one so you can see the guitar and nothing else. So, those of you who don't know, I'm in Stockholm, Sweden here, and that's also why we had the question about Swedish jail. Of course, fortunately, I don't know much about Swedish jail, and I hope I won't ever have to see one from the inside. Oh, nice, I can see some interesting wear on the fretboard. It's the kind of thing that gives you like a vintage look. It's like the wood has gotten a little bit deeper, and that kind of stuff, I can't polish it away. That's the kind of thing you see like on Willie Nelson's guitar or something. You have this acoustic guitar that's, you know, naturally scalloped. And that's interesting. If you guys been following me, you know that I've scalloped many of my electric guitars, but none of them are naturally scalloped. Some people think that I've just worn them out, and they're not. They don't know about the, you know, scalloping. But it would be cool to have a guitar that was naturally scalloped through decades and decades of playing. But if you want that, then you probably shouldn't have 10 or 15 guitars you're playing. You should just go for one. So usually you get that with artists who just have one main guitar and they use it all the time. And they can't do the rock and roll thing where they break a guitar, because then they're gonna have to restart building those scallops. Hey Walter, from Brazil, awesome! I only use filtered water to clean frets. What's your view on this? I don't know. I think that might work on like a maple fretboard, but for like a rosewood fretboard, you need to apply some extra humidity, or it's gonna dry out. Or humidity, you need oil. That's what you need. So I'm not really a luthier, but I just know that rosewood fretboards, the general recommendation is that you should definitely use some oil, preferably like lemon oil. Otherwise, your fretboard is going to dry out. And that's exactly what I'm trying to prevent here. And also just clean it up. But now I think it looks better. Let's see if I can... I'm gonna just see if focusing fixed. Oh, damn it. Oh, there you see. I don't know. It's a little bit better, I guess. So the thing is, if you're speaking about an electric guitar, then you could have like a bright fretboard, right? Not a dark one, and that is most likely maple then. And you don't, or you shouldn't apply lamb oil on maple. That's usually a bad idea, as far as I know. So that's when you could use, I guess, a little bit of water just to clean it. That should be fine. Obviously, it handles the hand sweat, and using a little bit of water, it's the same. Okay, I think I'm done now. So, this looks amazing if you ask me. Can you even tell? I think you could tell. You can tell that it looks somewhat polished now. Hopefully you can tell. So now I'm gonna put on new strings on this guitar, and we should be good to go. The frets are polished, yeah. Okay, so I have my elixir, and this is always the step that kind of scares me, because yeah, I always mess up when restringing the guitar, and these strings are pretty expensive, so these are steel strings, steel strings for sure. So this is a acoustic guitar with steel string. No, I've never heard about black shoe polish. Maybe that works. I wouldn't experiment with that without knowing about what I'm doing. What does purdy mean? I have no idea. Okay. Here we go, first string. Okay, I think we're good. So, if I remember correctly from my Gibson restringing, you would essentially pull the string out and then like back it off, I don't know, 2 frets or something, and let it lock onto itself. Oh. Yeah. I think that's how. Oh man. I think that's good. Man, I'm so bad at this. Okay, and I have this. Well, to be honest with you, it looks pretty horrible, but I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna get myself a tuner. So I'm very happy you guys can't see the mess up here. It doesn't look too nice, but here's what I'm using. This string winding tool, or whatever it's called. I do have one of these, but it's been dying for a long time, so it doesn't really work. I would love to get an accessory that I could put on a drill, but I haven't found one. So if you're watching this and know where I can find an accessory to put on here, you would make my day. So please just give me a link or let me know what to Google for, so I can find an accessory that I can put onto the drill here. That would save me a lot of time. Daniel, what's up? What does purdy mean? I don't even know. It's purdy, is that a good thing? Now we have the tuner here, right? So I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, that'll do. And then I'm gonna remove that the excess string. Okay, next string. That was pretty quick. Let's see if I can keep the pace up. That would be a 39, I guess. Yes. That would also be a nightmare to put on the strings in the wrong order. Let me just check here. I think it should say somewhere. No, it doesn't. Usually they will list all the gauges in the sets, but apparently not here. I just know that the thickest one is 47 and the thinnest one is 10. So 39 would be the A string, I think. So 39, I guess, is the diameter in millimeters. Christopher, I'm going to sleep, 4 a.m., but you got a follower. Awesome, Walter. Thanks so much, man. Okay, second one is in. Let's do the same here, and I think backing off 2 frets was a little bit too much, so maybe 1.5 frets would be enough. So I'm gonna put it in the hole, and then I'll stretch it out, and I back it up 1.5 frets, let's say. Yep, I think that was better. And now I'm gonna get my tool, and I'll just start winding here. Okay, very good. We need to, stretch the strings, but I'm actually, and I don't know if this is a good idea, I would love to hear your take on it, but I actually tune it up to a 1/2 fret higher, just so that the string is gonna, or do some of the stretching for me, so I don't need to bend like a madman to stretch those strings out. And those of you who are not aware, new strings will always have stability issues, right? That's why when you've just restringed the guitar, it's going to constantly go out of tune, especially if you're dealing with a nylon string. That is going to be a very significant phenomenon. So the remedy is either you can have one of these tools for that, which you're going to stretch the string with, but I personally don't like them. I bought one and never used it. It's much more effective to, I think, I bend with basically two hands like this, but I'm much more extreme, and that seems to be the best way to stretch for me. There we go. But the string winding tool, I do use it quite a bit. Crook Gamer, yes, many new subscribers. I'm extremely honored about that. Can't believe you guys choose to follow me. I really don't know what I'm doing right here, but it's a very good feeling to see my subscriber amount grow. I'm not sure it is because I've been retuning my guitars, but that's what I'm doing today at least. Ooh, this is an interesting. Oh, yeah, this is a wound G string. I'm not really used to that, but that's great. I think that's great. Does it say that it's a 1 G string? Doesn't say. Maybe that's standard now. Usually the G string, I'm used to it being plain, but that's maybe just the electric guitar. Yeah, like I said, I'm not very experienced with the acoustic guitar. But that means restringing is a little bit easier for the G string, because wound strings don't tend to lose their grips quite as easily. So let me see, how do I do it in this direction? Yeah, it's gonna be like this, I think. Yes, and now, oh, that was hard. Wow. Oh, no, I messed up. Come on. No. Don't die on me. Don't do this to me. Ah, damn it. This is gonna go to hell, I can feel it. Ah, this is what I feared. It was so easy on the lower strings, but now it's all gone downhill. Okay, this is gonna be quite a hassle for me. Let's see if I can pull this off. Come on. You can do this. Yeah, I think we just did it. Whew. I was a bit worried there. So basically I couldn't, the string would just unwind by itself. Because I let go on pressure and, you know, it just became like this big tangle. But I think I pulled it off. Not literally. I love Fender guitars, Daniel. I love them. I have two Strat style guitars. I have one real Fender Stratocaster, and I actually have a Fender jazz bass as well. And if it were up to me only, I would have lots of Fender guitars. But as you can tell, I have more guitars currently than I can maintain. So it's probably a good thing that I don't have more. Okay, now I'm going to go 2.5 frets because this is a non-wound string. And I hope I won't mess it up this time. Come on. Okay. Now I'm going to try to keep pressure on the string while using the string winding tool. No! I did the same thing again. Damn it! Okay, so this was apparently not my thing. The top strings, I keep messing them up. Damn it, come on. Oh. This was hard. I wish I weren't a rock and roll dude. I wish I were a luthier, then this wouldn't be a problem, but now it is. Come on, string, please don't unwind yourself. Come on, you can do this. I think I did it. Oh, I'm all sweating now. This step always gets me really nervous. We're good. So only one string left. It's the 10 diameter, and I haven't snapped it yet. Your electric keeps going out of tune. New strings are intonated. I don't know what to do. So do you have a floating bridge? If you do have a floating bridge, then that could be the issue. If you don't have a floating bridge, then maybe it goes out of tune when you're bending. If that happens, then it could be an issue with the nut slot. What kind of guitar is it? Is it a Gibson or what is it? And does it have like double locking? Because usually if the nut slot is too tight, that can happen. It could also be, if it's like a Les Paul style guitar, then it could be that the angle, especially on the G string, is too steep. And even if your nut slot is okay, the string is going to get stuck there when you're bending. And usually you can solve that with just a little bit of graphite. You can just take a pen and have some graphite in the nut slot. That can usually fix the issue. That's a quick issue actually. You probably have a pen at home, right? Just try that. That can make a world of difference. Especially if you can hear this noise when you're tuning up. You hear ding! If you can hear that, then the string gets stuck. Okay, so on the final string now, I would like to not have it unwind itself now, but that seems to be hard. Come on. Ah! It happened! Damn it! Always the same thing. Ah, man. I need to get better at this. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep a steady pressure on the string. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Come on, string. You can do this, please. Please, don't die on me. Come on. String, 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 string. Yeah, it's working. Hallelujah. Woohoo! So all strings are on. Would you believe it? Now we just have to tune and trim the ends. And we can actually play this thing. Okay, so it's a Strat style, and does it have like a locking nut? Do you have locking? Does it lock the strings up here? So I'm gonna stretch the strings, and then I can actually try playing this thing. Okay, no locking nut. Then you should definitely try the graphite thing. That's the first step. It could also be if you have like a string tree, even that one could give you issues, so you can apply some graphite on that one as well. I have, you can also buy graphite, so this is like a graphite awl thing, and there's this tooth thing that helps you apply it in the nut slot. But you really don't need this. A pen is enough. It's really enough. So, okay, just stretching the strings, and then we can strum our first chord and be rewarded. I like it. Hello there. Whoa. Oh, what happened there? Totally out of tune. Oh no. I can see this one has gone up. That's dangerous. So I need to redo here, I guess. I don't know if you can tell, but this one actually popped up a little bit. That hasn't happened to me before. I guess the next step is for the string to go completely loose. So I must have done a bad job securing it. Let's try it again. I'm just really scared it's gonna snap in my face. It seems to stay in place. Thank you. There we go. Ow! Still out of tune. So this is why you want to stretch the strings, but I still would just love to be able to strum a single chord and show you how it sounds. But we're not quite there yet, it goes out of tune. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. We're close now. Oh, not too bad. I like it. Oh, I haven't played this for a long time. It's awesome. Oh. I can't blame the guitar for sounding bad. Wonderful, that's one I know. I don't know very well though. Okay, so now I'm going to stretch the strings because it'll go out of tune constantly. I don't know if you can hear, but the E string when I played Wonderwall was out of tune. Canon Rock, I don't know it. It buzzed a bit. Okay, no locking. Alex, how you doing, man? Yeah, the B string buzzes a little bit, that's true. Oh, I'm a little bit worried about the G string. Why does it go out of tune that much? Oh, well, as long as this one stays in place, or the one here, should be good. So typically, when I'm confident the strings are securely attached up here, that's when I cut them off. So I'll do it with you now. I hope I'm not doing it prematurely. Where do I have? Here's the magic tool for that. Oh yeah, let's do it. Oh, it starts to look clean now, don't you think? Oh yes, they're off. And now we have a shiny fretboard and a guitar that's almost in tune. Let's try one more time. Oh yeah! So actually playing this guitar now inspires me much more than playing like a digital amp or whatever. Until I get my tube, which I'm waiting for, freaking German web store, I'll probably be playing this one because this one has the response I'm looking for. It's beautiful. It's for you, Nigger. If you check my most recent short, you've seen this one. So the action, I don't know if I can, does this look okay to you? I don't know how much you can see. Well, I could check the action. Here it is. Let me just figure this one out. So in millimeters, if you guys want to know in inches, let me know. I don't deal with inches typically. So on the 12th fret high E string, oh, this sucks. Wait a second. 5. Oh, this is better. Okay, so it's actually 3 oh no, it's not. It's almost 2.5 millimeters on the high E string, and on the low E string it's almost 4 millimeters. So action is not that low, but it's still pretty playable. I don't want it to be that low, to be honest with you, because this is not a lead guitar. I'm not trying to do what I'm doing on the electric guitar with this one. This is really, I want to use this as a true acoustic instrument, right? Not try to do my, you know, or I can try, but I'd rather have the strings ring out properly. I think we're gonna tune again. So this is gonna be an issue in the beginning when you just restrung your guitar. How can you get out of the so-called rut? So these strings are 010 to 47 elixir. So that's a good question. How do you get out of the rut? Which products did you use to clean? So I just used this lamp oil to clean a rosewood fretboard, and just a cloth, which is way too dirty. I should throw it in the washing machine. And I actually did this, I think someone said it was called like carbon stone or something. I don't know, it's not a stone, it's soft. But I use this to polish the frets first. And yeah, I guess you can even tell on the camera, it looks pretty shiny, right? It was really effective. So how do you get out of the rut? So this is I would say it's a very common thing among like intermediate players. So if you get past the stage of being a total beginner, well done. That's the hardest part, you know, remaining inspired even though everything you play sounds like crap. That's how it is for everybody. That's how it was for me the first years. But when you're past the very first stage of that, you tend to just play in more and more of the few things you know, because that's what makes you feel good about yourself. So the trick in order to break out of the rut is really to dare play those things which you're not comfortable with, which make you feel like a complete beginner again. Those are the things you should target if you want to get out of the rut. So just be sure to play, to always try some new material. So if you have like 30 minutes of practice, then spend at least 10 or 15 minutes trying to learn something new. That's super important, otherwise you will get stuck in the rut. I'm out of tune again. There you have that. But damn, this guitar sounds good. Yeah, I haven't played it properly for a long time just because the strings were so bad. Hey Alvin, what is it you want to learn? You guys got me started on covers. I'm really bad at that. Listen to the I don't know if you can hear the difference in sound of the pick. This is a super soft and bendable pick, and it sounds like this. I love it. And here's the usual pick which I use for electric guitar, which is like 1.5 millimeters. It's a Jazz 3. Doesn't sound as good for the chords. So here we go. Oh yeah. So with all respect, I don't know if I'm very good at teaching this song because I haven't played it or learned it for a long time ago, so I don't remember. These are just power chords. So power chords on the 7th fret with the root note on the A string. 7, 5, 4, 3. That's how it starts, right? But you hit 7 and then you let go of the finger. So you dampen. You don't do this. You do, right? So you let go of the fingers. And then you do the same for the 5th fret, the 4th fret, but on the 3rd fret, you let it ring, okay? That's all there is to it. So you accent the 7, 5, 4, and then 3, you let it ring. And then it's like... It's pretty much the same thing, but you start with some palm muted notes. So on the low E string, you palm 2 palm muted notes. You're going to be touching the start of the string lightly with your palm, like that. And then you do the same thing with the 7th fret there, where you don't let the note ring. And you do the same for 7, 6, 5. But on the 5, you play a power chord. The same thing, you accent, accent, let it ring. So you get from the beginning, and then you get the same kind of palm muting, but now all strictly on the low E string. But this part I don't remember it. I could have. This might be wrong actually, so I'm not going to teach you more. I don't want to be sitting here teaching you wrong stuff. Okay. But we've done a very good job now at fixing this guitar. I just want to throw this junk away because I hate having it here. So let me just throw this in the bin. This is the remnants of the strings and that stuff. And would you believe it, we have another guitar that needs fixing, but I might not do it now because I also want to get going when I record shorts for you guys. I don't know if you've seen it, but I recorded a lot of shorts and they seem to be very appreciated by you guys, which is a very strong source of joy for me. So thanks so much for digging them. So do check out my shorts. I have tons of them and I will record more today. So I think that if I do this one today, I won't be getting much time to record the shorts. But this is a pretty cool, broken but still working flamenco guitar, and I think it needs new strings. Let me see. Yeah, it does need new strings. This one is harder to string though, because the tuning mechanism here is kind of old and glitchy at best. So yeah, but I would put these on for that. I just need to make up my mind what to do the rest of the session. If you guys have any requests, let me know. So just a second, I'll be back. Okay, so we've been doing this for for an hour now, so I think I'm actually gonna pause soon. Oh, there's my voice. There went my voice. I can play Wonderwall for you. I can't even sing it. Should have somehow real. Oh, sorry. Should just maybe reward myself and play this for a few minutes now that I've worked so hard on it. Would be cool to get a bit better at that. That's a Jimi Hendrix thing, right? I stole. So whenever I'm doing that, I'm just noodling around in E major. So E major is a great key on the acoustic guitar, especially if you haven't like messed with the guitar's tuning, because you have a lot of open strings. You know, I can play, like, let's say I can move around these standard chord shapes, but if I play them up here, I get a very interesting combination with the open strings, right? And that's done with E, the key of E major. So if you like that sound, I definitely recommend learning some of the scale boxes in E major. And what you can do is you can start moving around simpler shapes, and you don't even have to play bar chords, you know? You don't have to do this. You can do like an E major chord shape. Oops. If you play the E major chord shape, and then you can, so if you're in E major, you can move it up to the 7th fret here and play it. You can move it up to the 9th fret. That could be one starting point. Of course, this wasn't really a teaching session. It was more of a guitar maintenance session. But I'm so happy we got this guitar up running again. I mean, it looks beautiful now. A little bit of dirt left. It seems I couldn't remove it all. Can remove some with a pick. I guess I'd have to work harder. And I think I answered my own question there about letting it soak in. I think it's probably a very good idea to let it soak in for a while. If you have a really dirty guitar. But yeah, this is more than good enough for rock and roll. I do have a Telecaster, but it's not here in the studio. It's so versatile, I use it as one of my main practice guitars when I'm not in the studio. Yeah, so I really can't stop playing this guitar. Damn, it sounds so good. But I don't have it here, the Telecaster, unfortunately. I'd love to have 2 Telecasters, but quite honestly, I'm starting to think that having many guitars, or even more guitars, is probably not a good idea, because I really don't have to maintain the time to maintain them all, and I don't have the money to pay someone else to do it for me, so I have an issue there. Don't get too many guitars. Random guy, so you bought a Tele but you're not happy. So I think you're gonna have to think more about why you're not happy. Is it the sound, or I mean, Telecasters are great, but they're very different from Strats. So it depends a little bit what music you're into. Oh, you already have 2 Strats and this is my first Tele. Well, how long have you had it? It took me months and months and months to start appreciating the Telecaster. So that could be it. But otherwise, maybe get, if you like some, I don't know, some Les Paul or Ibanez or something else, or it doesn't have to be a Gibson Les Paul, just that style of guitar. If you already have 2 Strats, that would be my choice. Oh, the sound is too muffled. It could be anything, man. It could be the pickups, it could be that it's different. Oh, you had it for 2 weeks. Yeah, I would keep it, yeah. Is it like, if you know that the pickups are very cheap or something like that, then maybe could be a pickup issue. But more than likely, I would guess it's just about you getting used to it, because the normal presets that you're using for your Strats are not going to sound the same with the Telecaster. That's the whole point with it. So you're going to have to search for new tones, and hopefully you'll end up liking it. Okay, random guy, I would definitely give it more time. If it's not that, you know, you have to decide if you want to return the guitar, then I guess you could return it. But otherwise, I would keep it for much, much longer. Because if it's a Fender Telecaster, you probably are getting classic classic Telecaster tones from it, but you're not able to kind of dial in the right sound and play, you know, the Telecaster way. But you probably heard this sound in a million records and you probably like it. So I would give it more time, but that's up to you, man, and how you function. Hey there, Piero, what's up, my man? first guitar was an acoustic and you bought it for 20 euros. Yeah, you can get lots of great guitars cheap, especially like classical guitars. And actually the one I showed you and the one I probably am going to do a similar session tomorrow and restring it, we'll see. That's just a cheap nylon string and I love it, you know. Change the strings and it has some beautiful tones in it as well. We have to face it that an acoustic guitar sounds very good, even a cheap one, and you have to spend much more money on an electric to make it sound good. Especially, you know, the amp and that stuff. If you want like a classic analog amp and an electric guitar, that's gonna get, you know, it's gonna get pretty expensive before you get a sound that can compete with an acoustic guitar. And I don't know how well this sound is transmitted through the microphone of the camera, but this sounds pretty damn good without any amplification or anything. I mean, I guess these days it's possible to get like a Boss Katana or something and you can get pretty good practice sound. So maybe I shouldn't be too decisive about my opinion there, but it's just a fact that with an acoustic you can buy something cheap, put on new strings, and it's gonna sound pretty damn good from the scratch. It's good audio. Awesome, Brad. Thank you for confirming. It's the first time I used the built-in microphone of this camera. Supposedly it's supposed to be good, but typically I would plug in a professional microphone. Maybe I misspoke. I don't know. I've never had a cheap like acoustic with steel strings. This is an expensive one, but I have had many classical guitars with nylon strings. So that's what I was referring to. You can buy a really cheap nylon string guitar, classical guitar, and it's gonna sound good. At least that's my experience. It doesn't have to be fancy. Oh, random guy. Sorry to hear that about your cheap acoustic guitar. So just to clarify, I meant at least here in Sweden, you can go buy like the cheapest classical guitars, and they produce pretty decent sound, you know, especially if you're starting out. But maybe not acoustic guitar with steel string. Maybe you need something better there. I don't know. I've never had a cheap one. This is the only one I've had, actually, I've ever bought, and this is a first. This is probably like these days. I'm assuming this would cost close to like $1,000 new, so it's not a cheap guitar. But the guitar I do intend to work on maybe tomorrow. This is like a $200 guitar, and I've had cheaper classical guitars. I can't play it because the strings are messed up, but it's pretty good. So I think if I restring this one, you're going to see that even cheaper classical nylon strings are pretty cool. They work well. Cheers. Yeah, 900 Takamine, that's probably the same price range as this one, I think. Yep, I do have many electric guitars. I have like 10 or 15. And usually I play the electric guitar, so if you go to my channel, you're going to see me playing electric guitars. But I blew the rectifier tube out of my amp a few days ago, and for some reason there's a warehouse issue in the German web store I ordered it from, so I'm not getting my new tube, and it pisses me off. I ordered it several days ago. They should have sent it, but yeah, so here I am. But it's a good thing because it forces me to dig out my old acoustic guitars and fix them, and yeah, I like it, but yeah. Okay, so if you want to try this out, I actually released a short yesterday explaining this technique. Or, yeah, I think it was yesterday. So, you're basically just tuning your guitar, right? This is how you would tune the guitar. So you can slide up to those tuning notes. And it becomes a lick, right? So instead of tuning, you can, it's a pretty cool lick. But random guy, if you hurt your fingers playing your acoustic guitar, that should be fixable, right? If it's the end of the frets, you just need to get yourself one of those. I don't know what they cost, like $10 or something, and just file like this. That's a no-brainer. That's how you fix the end of the frets. So this kind of file should fix the issue. Hello there from Oz, and hello there, Eddie. Stockholm, Sweden here, by the way. Australia, awesome. This tune will make a great tutorial, very cool. So you guys want to play like this. So you know what I'm going to do? If you guys want to learn this, then I'm going to devote my 3 hours of shorts making to this. So hopefully by the end of the day, you will find a couple of shorts covering these exact style of riffs. Maybe some boogie riffs and maybe also some these are just, I'm playing basically some blues inspired chords. So I'm playing like the E7 or E dominant. So if you know how to fret an E chord, just remove your ring finger like that. And you have these two. And you can add your pinky on the 3rd fret B string. If you really want it to sound blues, but you don't have to do that. You can just do this. You don't need any specific guitar for what I do now. Anything will work. It sounds different on an electric guitar, but it still works. And then you can do the A7 thing, right? So if you have an A chord, lift your middle finger up, and you have your A7. You can also add the pinky on the high E string 3rd fret. You can rearrange your fingers a little bit. I find it easier to play this way. So those are the chords, and the rest goes down to the strumming, right? You've been playing for 31 years. Very cool. That's pretty much the same as me then. And then I'm adding these open string licks. I've already explained in some of my recent shorts. You can check them out. It's basically you're tuning your guitar, right? So slide up to that note. Then I try to merge these licks with the chords, and that's when it gets interesting. And you can add play your boogie or just the chords I showed you. The boogie is something I showed you yesterday in one of the shorts. It's just 0, 3, 4. Very easy. 0, 0, 3, 4, 0. Cool. You subscribed thanks to the shorts. Thanks so much, man. So again, I showed you this stuff actually yesterday, so you can just go to the shorts and you're going to find me. But if you combine all of this, the tuning lick, and those chords, then you have a nice rocking boogie groove. So I'm definitely gonna see if I can hook up this guitar to some kind of microphone and record maybe some higher quality stuff and make some shorts out of it. That's awesome. Thanks so much for the suggestion. I'm always looking for these ideas for new shorts, so if you have any just requests, you can request in the shorts themselves as well, because I do read all comments, and that's going to be awesome. And of course, until then, do like Barrel Soup Chef and go to my shorts, and you're going to find a lot of these licks explained already. I have hundreds of them. Who makes a guitar mic, Mike? We got Dave Mustaine in the room. What's up, Dave? I like any songs that is good. So these days I listen a lot to my daughter's Spotify list. So all the pop songs, Taylor Swift, whatever, you name it. But I grew up listening to metal, Metallica and rock, Guns N' Roses, grunge, Nirvana. And then I discovered all these guitar heroes. I never listened a lot to blues, a little bit to Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I like playing it, but I don't like listening to it that much, you know. So, Dave Mustaine, I'm going to assume you like Megadeth. I like Megadeth a lot. Martin Friedman is one of my favorite guitarists. The Rust in Peace, Countdown to Extinction, and Euthanasia. These are some of my absolute favorite metal albums. You like Nirvana? So, yeah, sure. The more of you that I expect, or whatever. Let's see, Nirvana, yeah, sure, I knew some. What more? I can't even play that anymore. I don't know any Pearl Jam, sorry. John Party, I don't know who that is. It clips on the hole. Oh, so you're thinking about microphone for the acoustic guitar? Yeah, I'm just gonna use a condenser studio microphone. You have close to the guitar. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. To the bone. Sorry, don't know it. Sorry, don't know Bobby Caldwell. What was it? I should have left you. I don't know what that is. Some Hendrix, right? I'm longing for my rectifier tube. I can't stop playing this one. So the backstory is that it's been out of action because of the super old strings. However, credit to Elixir, they didn't really break, they just were totally exhausted. But now with new strings and fresh fretboard, this feels like a new guitar, man. Can't wait playing it some more. Love it. Sorry, don't know any George Thorogood. Okay, so if I'm gonna record those shorts that I promised you, I have to get going now. So I'm gonna record my shorts, and until then, if you want to learn many of these boogie riffs, I actually uploaded them, I think it was yesterday and the day before. So check my recent shorts and you're gonna get these explained more in details with a close-up. Cool. So thanks so much for tuning in. You guys are the absolute best. It's been such a lovely session, and thanks for encouraging me to do other things than my usual sessions. I guess we're gonna be happy that I'm not getting my rectifier tube in time, so we can do all of this stuff, which we wouldn't have done otherwise. So after all, it's probably a good thing, though. Yeah, that's how it is. It's not always the straight paths that leads to your goal. So thanks so much for tuning in. You've been an absolutely amazing audience. I've been Chris Vidal. Hope to see you soon again.